Hey, it's Wednesday morning, and I just got done with the gym at 6 o'clock. I just got out. Well, it's been a rough morning. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see me because I don't know if there's enough light for this camera, but you can hear me, I guess. I just had a real rough morning. Woke up by thunderstorms last night, made excuses to why not to go to the gym. Went anyway, because that's what I do on Wednesdays, is go to the gym. And I got there, and man, I understand how Shrek feels. That's all I can say. I understand that movie. I think that movie's probably written for me. I gotta say, ogres have layers. They're like onions. But what happened was I was in there, and I work in the back room where the power racks are, and I do my 5x5, all free weights, barbell, really heavy. 5 reps of 5, or 5 sets of 5 reps. And I got in there, and man, I looked up the other guys, and I looked at myself this morning in the mirror, which is always a mistake lately, because I'm not happy with where my body is. And I look at these guys, and they're so pretty, they're so handsome, they're in great shape, they don't appear to be working nearly as hard as I am, and that's okay. I just felt disheartened. I'm working so hard, and it's kind of like the ogre trying to work out at the prince's gym. You got these beautiful men that are, ideal body types, I guess, that society says, or maybe it's just the media. They're Brad Pitt-like, and I won't say they're like ripped, but they're good shape, man. And they're there doing the work. They're working for what they got. They have a program and they're maintaining, and they're there between 5 and 6 in the morning. So I don't begrudge them what they got. I just am disheartened that it feels like I'm working so hard and I still look like an ogre. I understand that I'm probably moving a lot more weight than they are, doing a lot more actual work, and I don't want the camera to go, so I'm sliding there. I'm physically stronger than they are, but and I know you're not supposed to compare yourself, and I know all that stuff, but man, I'm human, sometimes it's just not the way you want it. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's been a rough morning for me, and not every day is easy, but today was an ugly win, and I love the ugly win, so I'll probably be happy about it later. I'm glad I went and worked out. So hopefully your week's going well. I'll catch you on the other side. Well, it's Sunday morning. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, earlier than I normally shoot these. I just got up. I've already started cooking. I've got a fire going, and I'm actually hot smoking some meat, and that'll be for dinner tonight. But as you can see, it's Sunday. It's time for me to talk, and I've got a gnat flying around here, so you'll have to excuse me. And that's what I get for leaving the door open, so I can get the breeze. But I'm changing the format. As you can see, this is a work in progress, this website. It changes as I change, and I've noticed a couple of big things recently. One is I'm really busy. With work, I have found that when I was hired with the job I'm at now, it's a hospital, it's a nonprofit. It hired me a year in advance of when they really needed me, but that's so that they could send me to equipment-specific training. I work on imaging equipment, X-ray, nuke med, CT, those things. And so I had a lot of training for those specific units that they wanted me to go to. In general, I've worked on X-ray for 16 years, almost 17. So, and nuke med, on basically imaging equipment, 16 to 17 years. So, they wanted me specifically trained on those units, and a lot of it's latest cutting edge technology, and some of it's kind of old stuff that was on contract that they wanted to be able to pull off. And as such, they wanted to send me to training first. So I did that for the last year, and I had lots of time to sit and think and to work out and to do all those things that I was doing that you've seen me doing. I had to find ways to fill 8-hour days that were not going to drive me crazy. I would read a lot. I would be able to do a lot of internal um, evaluation and, you know, planning, plotting, you know, those things. I everything came off a contract, and then everything came off a warranty, and so I've been pretty busy. And so you've seen videos on the road. You'll see more of that. It's because that's where you're going to be able to have me talk. It's not just going to be able for me to sit down every Sunday and have a chat. I mean, hopefully I'll still get these Sunday mornings, because these are a few minutes of calm that I can sit and talk and organize my thoughts. But I think it's all going to change. I've also noticed that since I've been lifting heavy, one of my good friends who I talk to all the time, but he lives in Tennessee, and we've known each other since he was 12 and I was 12 and he was 13, or is it the other way around? I forget which one of us is older, but we've known each other since we were about 12. Anyway, he said to me 3 days ago, he said, John, you know, I don't know what's going on, but there's something that makes you more like you were when we were in high school. Something's going on that's making you more like we were in high school. And I thought about it. In high school, I was working out, lifting heavy, and there is just something about picking up 200 pounds of weight or more that gets you a little bit, hey, yeah, I can pick up a lot of weight. I can pick heavy stuff up, man. Look at me. And also, I'm busy and succeeding in a lot of what I'm doing. And forgive me, this gnat is driving me crazy. Although I'm not willing to close the door to get rid of him, or to get rid of them, whatever, because it's a nice day out. Anyway, so I'm kind of transforming back into this guy that I was and that I liked. And I've noticed that there's a lot of little things that I let fall by the wayside. And as you saw in my special post, I ran across Elliot Hulse, and he, not directly, but a lot of the stuff he talks about reminds me of the guy I was. It's the guy kind of let slip away just by getting busy. And as you know, I have been refurbing a second house, trying to get out of this one. I've been dealing with this neighbor. Matter of fact, how bad this neighbor is came to absolute clarity yesterday. I was out talking to somebody who was a neighbor, and it dawned on me, I was waiting for a conflict. I was prepared for there to be a conflict where there wasn't any. It was simply, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Hey, your buddy pulled in my driveway and parked there. I can't have it. He's like, oh, you know what? I apologize for that. I talked to him and told him he can't park in your driveway anymore, because I know you come and go, and you know you need to have access to your house. That was it. There was no argument. There was no hatefulness. And even when I'm talking with this neighbor and trying to tell him that I'm trying to do things that I know he would like me to do, like trim a bush that he doesn't like, not because it needs trim, but because he doesn't like it, and just, I'll trim it. I don't care. I don't care about that bush anyway, to be honest. It just was been there since I moved in, so I trim it. But he wants to argue about it then. So yeah, this just clarifies that I need to get going. Okay, I've got a gnat problem. Just 1 second. So I'm back. So, and in the concept of being the guy I was, one of those things is like right now it's 17 minutes after 8 in the morning on Sunday. I've already got a fire going, and I'm smoking meat that'll smoke for the next, I don't know, probably 3 hours, 4 hours for dinner tonight, and for lunches and everything else. Hopefully I got that gnat. And that's just part of who I used to be. I used to just do things. I didn't wait, like, I didn't worry about conforming, except for at work. You have an image that you're required to portray, and you're told that in your contracts. When you're hired, you're given a whole list of documentation about dress code and behavior towards patients and each other, and that's all great, actually. The place I'm working for now is not afraid of religion. it's not afraid of open discussion of religion, and the only thing that they say is that you are not to impress your religion upon others. Great. That means that I don't have to hide some of who I am. I can believe what I believe and not try and put it into some corporate box and say, I am an automaton. No, they want people who are people, and I've been allowed to do some things that really show my skill and my ability and what I can do. For example, there was a part that we needed, and this has happened multiple times since I've been here. A part we needed, the manufacturer says, yeah, it's $2,700. And it's $2,700 because it's going into a medical piece of equipment. It's a fiber optic cable. It's the same as any other fiber optic cable in the universe. It's just going into a piece of medical equipment. I was able to locate and purchase that same exact cable for, well, with shipping, it was $100. $2,700 or $100. Yeah. So I'm able to do things like that, and that really has been that's been good. That's one of the reasons I like the job, is I can show that I can accomplish this, and not only does the equipment work, but I can do it for a reasonable price where possible. Some of the stuff is custom made parts that you're going to pay what they charge, because that's it, man. You don't have a choice. But as such, I'm coming back into John, and the John I knew, I guess I've never not been John, but because I have been true to myself in the deepest forms. But I have I've drifted away from the guy who was who was fun, who enjoyed life, and a lot of that had to do with my neighbors here. A lot of that had to do with me feeling like when I came home, I had to try and stay inside a shell to be defensive position thing. And I'm hoping at my new place I won't have to do that. But long term, I'm hoping to get a small farm, and that's a whole nother story. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day right now, and we will hopefully be talking to you through the week and posting, maybe talking to you on Sunday mornings like this. I don't know. It depends on how my Sunday mornings go. But I hope you're making a great week, and be the person that you want to be, man. Be the you that you want to be. Be the best you can be. Or as Elliot Hulse says, be the strongest version of you. All right, I'll catch you later.